It's your boy, Yume, aka the Yukihiro Soma of YouTube, back with more controversial content on JJK before the manga ends. This time, I'll be talking about domain expansions. In my most viewed video, I was complaining about how we didn't get to see enough domain expansions. Well, I still like the idea of exploring power systems. I don't really like domains like I did back then. The reason is that they aren't as cool as I thought they were. Most of them boil down to a long-range sure-hit version of your curse technique. That's it. Sometimes, if your curse tech has no projectiles, the domain creates them for you, like Naoya. If your curse technique isn't interesting, your domain isn't interesting. I usually don't like comparing stories outside of measurable screenwriting quality because it can easily devolve into unproductive opinions, but I will make an exception here due to the amount of similarities present. Let's take it back to Bleach. Here, characters had bankai that were based on their shikai. To this day, no other story has created a concept similar that has surpassed it. Bankai were technically leveled up shikai, but they weren't always predictable upgrades. The way they upgraded could vary so much that it allowed for much excitement when a character used their bankai. Look at Shunsui and Kisuke's shikai and tell me you could have predicted their bankai. You couldn't. They can actually change the dynamic of the fight. Some are predictable, like Toshiro and Kenpachi, but I'd say at least half are unpredictable. This brings me to Magi. Spoilers ahead. Magi had a concept like bankai, full gen equips. Characters could clothe themselves in the power of their spirits contained in their weapons. When in this form, they had access to a special move called extreme magic. When I first saw an EM used, I was so hyped for the deuteragonist, Alibaba, to finally get to show his off. I wanted to see more EMs, and the more I saw, the less I cared. Many EMs just boil down to characters firing a large quantity of their element. Water, lightning, wind, gravity, teleportation, you name it. There are some more interesting applications, like Alibaba's, which has two versions, a giant flaming swordsman and a multi-winged phoenix, or two others who can summon giant dragons made of their element, but these differences are purely visual. Functionally, all extreme magic is the same, which makes them less interesting. JJK has one foot in Bleach and one foot in Maki. There are several characters who have the repetitive and predictable domain, but there are some characters who have unique ones that are actually interesting. Gojo's has to do with information, which is completely different from his curse technique. Megumi's allows him to create shadows and an abyss of liquid shadow. Yuta's grants him access to all his copied abilities through katanas laying around. Then there are characters whose domains are tied to their CT and don't attack, forcing them to be unique, which are Kinji and Higuruma. Naoya's is a little more unique because the sure hit only happens if you disobey a rule, but it's mostly the same. Domains are repetitive and uncreative. You can blame me for expecting more, but to be fair, Gojo's was the second domain ever shown, and it was completely different from his technique. And then Megumi was the fourth, which was also unique. So in season 1, it was 2 for 4. When Yuji activated his domain, I was hoping that it would be something unique, but alas, it was just a long-range sure-hit version of his curse technique. All of this leads to my interest in seeing some of the other potential domains decreasing. What would Todo's or Inumaki's domain even do, since their abilities are already long-range? Nobara's would probably just be sure-hit nails. Geto's would be sure-hit spirits or shikigami. I could go on. In conclusion, I wish more domains had unique abilities, rather than just being long-range sure-hit versions of curse techniques.